Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, hello everybody. This is Raul from Mexico once again with you in this great show, the Peachtree Morning Show. And with me is Jutta from Berlin, Germany, and of course Geshe Michael, who is letting us know all the secrets about the mental seeds, right?
Mental afflictions, maybe.
And mental afflictions.
Just kidding.
Okay, great. So today is Monday, June the 22nd. Yeah.
Wow.
And we're going to be in this week shows, 3 shows this week. And actually it's a special week because we have a special episode by the end of the week. Is going to be the 100th episode. Yeah.
Wow.
It came too fast, right? So
Very fast.
and we have a surprise for you. Geshe Michael and the Peachtree Show staff has a surprise for you for Friday. Yeah. But okay, let's get into our business with the question for today. Jutta, can you help us with the video?
Okay, yes.
Soy Sofía, soy de la Ciudad de México y bueno, tengo una duda. Si todo viene de mi mente y dependiendo de mis semillas mentales, las cosas pueden funcionar o pueden que no. Mi pregunta es necesario que yo me vacune o puedo no hacerlo?
Okay, so the question is in Spanish. I'm going to translate. Her name is Sofia. She's from Mexico City, and she's making a very interesting question. She's saying that she understands mental seeds, and she understands that everything is coming from her mind and from her own mental seeds. And with that as a basis, she's asking about vaccines. And she's saying, if everything is coming from my mind, do I have to get a vaccine to prevent a disease, or is not necessary? Yeah, that's the question that she's asking. Okay, I would really love to know your opinion. And what don't you start, Jutta? Let's hear what do you think about it?
Well, what pops into my mind right away is the famous aspirin question. Because with aspirin, we're wondering, how it works, and do we actually, if we don't know that it always works, do we actually need it? Because you see, sometimes we take an aspirin and it works fine, but sometimes we take an aspirin and it doesn't work. And then, we take a second one and then we're wondering what's going on. It doesn't seem to work, and maybe taking 3 is not such a good idea. So that whole idea about what is actually the active ingredient in aspirin is what is, I think, at the bottom of her question about a vaccine. Like, if everything comes from mental seeds, then, do I even have to get vaccinated? And so I think, for her to ask this question, she must be very advanced. And, if something is helping us feel healthy or be healthy, feel good, then we know we must have helped other people feel good. And my feeling is that she probably does a lot of that to even ask the question whether she could go without. What do you think, Geshe Michael?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story, which is my specialty. Old people like to tell stories. So today we were at our college. We all had masks on, and we were discussing making some videos for Russia and China. And somebody said 18 minutes is the best. And then somebody else said, no, 15 minutes is the best. And then I was listening and I said, is it going to be successful if we make 15? And one person said, yes, yes, yes. Then other person said, no, it has to be 18. Then everyone loves it, And then somebody else said, no, I saw a good video yesterday. It's 30 minutes. So I think 30 minutes, you know. And then I said, look, sometimes the 18-minute video is popular. Sometimes the 18-minute video is not popular. Sometimes the video with simultaneous translation is popular. Sometimes the video with the subtitles is popular. Sometimes the video made from home is popular, like mine in my kitchen. But sometimes the very, very slick video is popular. Therefore, nothing is popular. You know? Therefore, you know, yeah, Aspirin doesn't work. But does that, Raul, does that mean you shouldn't try to take an aspirin? Should I not make any video?
No, actually, I believe that we have to be prepared. We have to load our staplers, right? Like the other story that you told us. And we have to be prepared with the correct seeds for when we make a video or take an aspirin or take a vaccine, it always works. Yeah, because we have to understand what is it that we are seeing in an aspirin when it works, in a vaccine when it works, or in a video when it's popular. Yeah, and we must understand what is it that we want to see there, and then work on planting the correct seeds to make that.
I'm gonna go get a stapler.
Yeah, okay. That's a very good story, the stapler one. Yeah, but the thing here is working on the seeds to make these things work every time we use them. So I believe here the message wouldn't be don't get an aspirin, and don't get a vaccine. I think the message will be get it, but make sure that it will work when you get it. Yeah, with the correct seeds.
I'll give you guys a test. Uta, this is a vaccine, okay?
Yes.
Should I take it or not?
Well, like this, it looks like it works.
It looks like it works, but
Yeah. Uh-oh. Maybe it's not loaded.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is a vaccine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how should I make the vaccine to work?
Okay. So when we want a vaccine to work, when we are using a vaccine, is because we want to be healthy and we want to prevent a disease. So we have to make sure, just as you are doing now, when we want to use a stapler, we want it to work, and to make it work, we have to load it first with the staples, right? So just like that with the vaccine, we have to load it first with the seeds of taking care of other people's life. Yeah, helping other people feel better about their own with their bodies and their own health. Yeah, so I think that will be the correct seed to load the vaccine to make it work.
Nice. Uta, what do you think?
Yeah, that's correct. And so in a way, we have to make sure that we have people around us who we can help. And we often say that as nothing really touches, no substance touches actually, body parts and works on the surface of, I don't know, bloodstream or what have you. What will work though is if we, actually intentionally look around whether we can help people and whether we can help them with their health and with all kinds of things around well-being. And if we do this on a very intentional level, then one day we might actually be able to forego being vaccinated. I wouldn't go there yet because I think it's a very advanced stage, but I think that would have to be, the logic in the end, that if things come from us. But before that, as I said, we have to very intentionally look for people, help them, and then be very happy that we did help them, and really deeply understand what it is that we're doing, because this is what is loading a vaccine, or in the end, actually even loading our body with so much health that we don't have to be vaccinated, that we're kind of immune automatically.
Yeah.
I think something important to say also is that, so there's 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
One, you take the vaccine from the doctor, and it works because you've been helping other people with their health. So you take the vaccine from the doctor. Second level, very, very high. We are not there. We are not there. We are not there. We are not there. But it's where the vaccine, you know, it's just going to work right away. You don't need to do anything. It's already loaded, no problem. But the higher level than that is that there's no sickness in the world. So there is no vaccine. So I always tell people, my Chinese friends, okay, when they come to Sedona, I say, do you have your spurs? Do you have your spurs? And they come from China to Arizona. I say, do you have spurs? And they say, what spurs? You know, and I said, you can't drive a horse in Arizona without spur. Everybody in Arizona has spur for their horse, you know. But they said, look, nobody uses so the spur you put on your shoe, and it's a sharp thing you put on your shoe, and you can kick the horse and it has to go. It's a special sharp thing you put on your shoe, but we don't have them anymore. Nobody uses them. Why? There's no horses. So it means maybe we can get very good seeds where we don't need a vaccine because the disease is gone. There's no disease, okay? Like that. That's the best thing.
That will be a very good place to be, right? With no, where there is no sickness, so we don't need vaccines or aspirins or nothing like that.
Then it doesn't matter if the vaccine is loaded or not, because there's no disease for the vaccine. I heard an interesting thing in America. There's only 4 companies that are big enough to make a drug to stop the virus, COVID. There's only 4 companies that are big enough to make the drug because it costs $1 billion to design a new drug. And one of the companies is upset because they made a new drug for Ebola and it cost $1 billion, and then suddenly Ebola stopped anyway. So they lost $1 billion, you know. So what if we are like that, you know? What if Ebola just stopped by itself, you know? Then you don't have to worry about vaccine.
That would be great. And I was thinking about something else. I believe it's something to think about. It's not so deep as what you are saying now, but I believe it's also important. Is the fact that we can see or cannot see a vaccine at all. Yeah, maybe we have the disease in this world, for example, the virus, and we can have the seeds to see a vaccine. We don't know yet if it works or not, right? We don't know if it's loaded with the staples or the seeds. Yeah, but we know there is a disease, and we cannot see right now a vaccine. Maybe at the level that we are now, we need a vaccine, and we cannot see it. So I believe that we should also try, and I'm talking a very immediate future. Yeah, I think that we can work in our seats to see a vaccine right now, because our reality is showing us that we need one. Yeah. So maybe also try to figure out what kind of seeds do we need to see a vaccine in this world. What do you think?
What do you think are the seeds?
Who are you asking? Me?
I don't know. Let's pick on Uta.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see, I wanted to say
we all
that,
have to plant?
yeah, in Germany, we are already seeing very distinct seeds of protecting animal life. In that a lot of supermarket chains have upped their vegan products.
Selection.
It's incredible. Even the discounters, the ones that, you know, don't really pay attention to this, they are priding themselves now that they have the most vegan products, like 600 different products, things like that. So it is, you know, at least somewhere in the conscious of people, it's like, okay, I think we need to protect life. Let's start with animal life. Whether the connection is super clear or not, apparently people want to do this, and of course the supermarket chain, in order to satisfy the customer, they have reacted ultra fast. And I think that is such a good sign, and I think it's going very much in the direction we're discussing.
Yeah, cool.
So people protecting animal lives, they're thinking a lot about where are things actually really coming from. And, I think it's, as I said, going in the right direction.
I think a good place to start, because so my family, we grew up eating meat because we come from Germany, and we are eating meat, and so it's in my habit, it's in my life habit, and it was very difficult for me to stop. And I think when people ask me, I suggest you just stop once a week. So you can stop on Friday or something. There was even some old Christian custom not to eat cow meat on Friday. And so you don't have to make a big change, but if you make a small change with a good heart, then I think the vaccine will come. Somebody will make a vaccine. Yeah. Raul, what do you think?
I think that's very nice because, of course, taking care of life or protecting life is not just human lives, but also animal lives. And I like that. I was thinking that just a couple of days ago, I saw a post in Facebook that I believe it's in China, they are saying that the second wave that they're having with COVID comes from eating fish. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was thinking, at the end, this is forcing us to think 2 times before killing an animal to eat it, because either because we want to take care of life or animals' life, or because we see that eating animals is affecting our health. But at the end of the day, we're being forced to think it twice before killing animals, and I believe that's from where I see it. I believe it's a very good seed to see.
It's very interesting. In America, the meat factories spread the virus immediately.
Really?
Like many hundreds of people got sick in the meat factories,
Yeah, same here in Germany. Just recently, like 600 people infected. Like people are really listening up. They never really were aware of this connection.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, we're on time, and we have to start wrapping this up. And Jutta, you go first. What will be the tip that you will give Sophia to his question?
Okay, so my recommendation to Sophia is, number one, I want to say what a beautiful question she is asking. And I would recommend her to very consciously help other people be healthy. And then she might load best the vaccine that I still recommend for her to take.
Thank you. Geshe-la, do you want me to go first and you can close?
I would like to go first and you close.
Okay, great.
I was thinking about Jesus, walking on the water. So Jesus can walk on the water, and I believe it. It's possible. In Buddhism, we have exactly the same thing. It's possible to walk on water. Then if you see one guy walk on water, you say, do I have to wear my life jacket in the boat, because it's possible to walk on water. And I think it's important to say, second suggestion for Sophia, we are not that level yet. We have to put the life jacket on in the boat. We cannot walk on the water. Just because one person walk on the water, it doesn't mean that I am at this level. So my level is between. So I need to wear a life jacket. I cannot walk on the water. And I also have to take a vaccine to protect myself and to protect other people. So I think that, but load the vaccine by skipping meat 1 day a week and try to get your family to agree also.
I like that.
Think,
that was very nice. Well, my suggestion to Sophia would be, as you were saying, maybe start if you have not the habit to eat vegetarian or maybe vegan, just start by one day and do it with the conscious of, I'm doing this to protect the life of the animals, and that will load the vaccine. When you're ready to get the vaccine, the vaccine will be loaded for it to work. Okay, so that will be my suggestion. Well,
Cool.
that will be it for Sophia's question. And we have some announcements. Please send your questions. Yuta, can you help us with the
Yes.
email address? Please
Yay.
send your questions. Remember that if you send a question for the Peachtree Morning Show, you will be helping a lot of people that might have the same question that you have. So please send your questions. 30 seconds video with the questions you have, and Geshe Michael and our friends here are will try to give the best answer for that. And also send your music mix for the selection of the playlist that we're going to make on Fridays, and please send it to this email. Okay. Remember, we have a special surprise for Friday episode, so please don't miss it. Okay. And maybe we can take a look at tomorrow's video.
Yes.
You're going to be with Anaí tomorrow and with Eva, some very
Yeah.
nice friends also. And let's take a look at tomorrow's video.
Yes. Oh, 1 second.
Austria. My friend Judith from Switzerland and I have a question. We both live in cities and countries where it used to rain a lot, but lately it doesn't rain very much anymore and causes huge problems in agriculture. Because of the dryness, there are fires, etc., and the underground water level decreases. I think it's a problem everywhere. So what is the seed for rain? Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Sorry, I cut off her name. Her name is Barbara from Austria.
That's a tough question. I'm sorry you guys are not going to be there to answer it.
I'm not.
You will be there, Geshe.
Don't ask a man who lives in the desert how to make rain.
That's a good one.
They need it the most.
Well, thank you very much, Geshe, for having us here again. And thank you very much, Uta. It was great to share with you this
Thank you so much
moment.
for having us.
See you on Wednesday.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
see you Wednesday. Bye. Bye-bye.
Have more coffee. It's Monday.
Yes.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.